If you're traveling in Tulum and you want to get your photo at the famous Tulum statue, in this video I'm sharing with you what not to do and what to do instead coming up. The first thing not to do is don't think it's free anymore. So the famous Tulum statue, the Daniel Popper statue, used to be located on the Tulum Beach Road. It was free for you and I to go get our photos taken. It also caused a lot of traffic and very long lines of people to get their photo taken. And Tulum is doing what it's doing best right now in 2024, which is charging you for more things. So expect to pay when you go to visit this statue, which, by the way, if you're new here, yo, I'm Christine Lozada with Where in the World is Seattle. I make travel videos every week to help you get up, get out, and go travel. So if you like to travel, consider subscribing. I love Tulum. It's been a while.
It's only been a year or so since I've been back.
Excited to be back. A lot has changed. So many videos are in the description, in the full playlist, as well as blog posts and so much more to help you have a great trip to this amazing place. Although I did just make a video about how I'm never coming back. But I haven't decided if I am or I am not. So on the note of cost, don't think it's free, but how much actually is it, Christine? The price right now, which I would expect it to change, is $4 or 80 pesos, or $5 US or 100 pesos, but the price changes depending on what time it is. So the next thing not to do not show up when it's not open. The actual statue and art park area are open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. And from 9 to 5, it costs $4 US, and from 5 to 10 p.m., it costs $5 US. Again, I expect these prices to change very soon, but it is not deterring people from coming to get their photo taken. So let's talk about that tip. Do not expect to be in and out to get your photo when you visit the famous Tulum statue. It's the famous Tulum statue. Is there a chance you'll be in and out super fast? Of course, but there's also a chance that I have less than 15 mosquito bites today, which there's no chance of that. But it's just one of those things where you don't know if a tourist bus is gonna come in, drop off all their people, and suddenly you're in line with a lot of people. So the next thing is, do not think that just because there's a sign and the sign says un minuto per person, like 1 minute per person to take photos. Hey, no one's listening to that. I did. I take 300 photos in about 30 seconds. If you want to learn how, check out that in the description below. I like to be in and out. I don't like to spend time taking photos, if I'm honest. But you never know if lots of people will come up or no one will be there. When I arrived, there were about 10 people there, and we waited probably around 15 minutes for those people to get their photos. And as soon as we finished, a ton of people walked in. And I think, just my guess, is we would have been there for at least 30 to 40 minutes just waiting for our photos if we had come in after they weren't even together, just random people came in all at once. Don't do this. Don't think that you can enter to the statue from the beach. You have to enter from the beach road. So we were actually on Tulum Beach hanging out, and we walked through Ahau, not realizing we have to walk all the way out to the actual road and then walk back in through the turnstiles after you've paid, etc. So there's a clear entrance and a clear exit, but you enter through the beach road, so do not try to enter through the beach. Which, by the way, if you're getting some value out of this video, cheers that like button, consider subscribing. And if I missed something, if you have a helpful tip, add it in the comments below. We're all a community. Tulum is not an easy place to travel to, in my opinion, which is why there's an entire humongous playlist of videos to help you travel smarter here, but let's all help each other. And the next helpful tip is, if you can avoid it, don't drive here. And so I recommend to you as well, get as many opinions and experiences as possible. Go read all the TripAdvisor reviews. You'll hear about the people who drove here, and Tulum does what Tulum does best, which is they're not going to charge you for hourly parking. They're going to charge you for a full day of parking. So not only do you have to pay for a full day of parking, even if maybe you are in and out of there, and you have to pay the entrance no matter how big your party is, right? So one thing to do is, if you can avoid it, try not to drive here. And if you need helpful tips around how to get around Tulum, it's one of the things that annoys me the most. I have a separate video on that, so make sure you check it out so you can stay safe and not get scammed by taxis, which here's another thing not to do. I got scammed just across the street. So annoying. There's not that many scams in Tulum. There are ways to stay safe, but one thing as a smart traveler you should always do is count your change. And he did a fantastic job of shorting me, pero habla un poco español y no es mi amigo, across the street from the Tulum sculpture art park thingy. So watch out for that store, and also check out the scams video if you want to be a smart traveler as well. So is it worth it to visit? Well, it depends. It depends on how much you care about getting that photo. To be honest, the only reason I went is because I was traveling with this awesome traveler named Emily. Make sure you check her out. And Stacy, y'all know Stacy, hot flashes and boarding passes. Love that woman. Anyway, Stacy and I didn't really care about getting the photo, but we wanted to bring Emily there. So it was a nice thing to bring her there and get the photo. We were relatively fast. If we would have walked in and there were over 20 people in line, I would have walked right back out. There's no way I would wait for that. It's all up to you on how much you care about photos and also how long you're willing to wait. And yes, there is more art inside the little sculpture park area. If you care to look at it, look at it. But let's be real, everyone's there for the Daniel Popper statue. I'm Christine Lozada. If you found some value in this video, cheers that like button, add your helpful tip below, and tell me when you're going to Tulum. Ooh, and if you take a photo there, tag me. I'm at Christine Lozada everywhere. And if you wanna learn how to take those 300 photos in 30 seconds, Meatball, my boyfriend, he don't wanna spend any time helping me with photos, so we do it real fast. That's in the description for you. I'm here for you. I'll see you in the next adventure. Ciao. Ooh, come closer, let's read some things. I'm really enjoying this air conditioning. It's Selena, by the way, but that's pretty much the only thing I like about this hotel. Talk about that in a different video. Education time, you ready? All right, Daniel Popper, the Ven a la Luz, which stands for Come to the Light. It's a 10-meter tall sculpture. It's, there's also like a sister one that I've taken photos at in Fort Lauderdale. Super cool, you should check that one out. I like the Tulum one better because it's like warm and inviting, whereas the Fort Lauderdale one, super cool, but it's like cold, it feels cold. So the sculpture is made out of wood and greenery, rope and steel, and it's supposed to demonstrate the harmony between nature and people. And it's obviously one of the most Instagrammable spots. The other thing I will totally admit is that a lot of Tulum has changed so much. I talk about that in the other video, but so many things that used to be there are not there anymore. There's new things all the time. And so the Lolita, love that woman, been messaging with her. We were supposed to meet up. She doesn't have her store anymore on the beach road. The Follow the Dream sign is still there, for example, but her store is over on the La Valletta side on the new beach road. I went and checked that out the other day. Anyway, lots of changes. Come join me in that other video. You edumacated or what? You know what time it is? It's drinking time. All right, bye.